So hoping she'll go somewhere with that, but I don't know what. But she did say at one point about a police officer, but I don't know. But I think that was just because the police went to the school.
Yeah.
So she was trying on all the gear and everything and that, but I'm not quite sure about that. But yeah, so far it's just like the drawing and that, and even the schools say, you know, they're pushing her that direction because that's what she's best at.
Yeah. What about Tristan?
Um,
Has he ever said that he wants to follow a profession or?
well, I'm trying to get him to go to college when we move.
Hmm.
It's quite a hard one with Tristan because he's very good with technology, very good with computers, and it's all there, but he's so like unconfident.
Mm.
Just like I keep saying how clever he is, but he just doesn't accept it. And I'm like, you need to like maybe head that kind of way with computers or something, but I just don't know with him.
Mm-hmm.
Very difficult because it's all in there in the head,
Yeah.
but what he'll do, I'm not sure. I'm hoping he will go to college. I really do hope he goes to college because he was on about electronics,
Yeah.
and I said in electronics there's so many job opportunities out there.
Yeah. Absolutely. I was just thinking about like, do you think that he doesn't have like that self-confidence sometimes?
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Trying
Do
to
you?
tell him how, you know, clever he is. Like if I need help, it's him
Yeah.
that I get to help me, and he does it, and I'm just like, yeah, you're more intelligent than what I am.
Do you think that might have been triggered by his by the way he was bullied?
Yes, I think so. Last year was quite tough. Quite tough. I even took him out of school last year.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think he had just gone back before the isolation started. I think because they promised me that they'll keep these boys away. But yeah, so I've been in isolation and it's been quite nice because I've had him here safe with me and stuff. But yeah, it was a really tough time in this last year when it comes to bullying.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of did affect him in some ways, and that's what I mean. Getting back to what I was saying earlier, you know, we've been there, and it still affects me like today.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously my ex didn't help matters, and to put that on him, and then all the bullying and everything. And I think to how I am today, how it affects me. So it kind of worries me how it'll affect him in later life. So
Mm.
I'm trying to get in the confidence and that and say you are good. You are quite intelligent. See, I never had a clue when I was his age. But I get like I got dyslexia. So
Mm-hmm.
like having his help in at times, he's just I'm always praising him and that. I'm just like, it's so good, you're so clever. And he's like, I'm not clever. I'm like, you are.
It's very difficult as a parent to see our child feel that way, and
Mm.
yeah, because my daughter, well, she was getting bullied. There was this boy that he knew how to uh, press the buttons, he knew which buttons to press, and she would get annoyed and then she would get into trouble because she would get quite uh verbal and verbal in a way as like shouting, not swearing at anyone. But she would get like annoyed and she um yeah, when she's stimming, when you are doing the same action over and over again because of an emotion, you could be feeling overwhelmed or happy, sad, whatever. So when she's stimming, she does this quite a lot.
Yeah.
So she's done that for a very, very long time, and she was getting angry with one of the kids, and she went like this, and she hit someone, but obviously by mistake. It's not that she wanted to hit someone,
Yeah.
but then she got into trouble because she actually hit someone. But then they were
Yeah.
having a little argument and whatever. And then knowing my daughter, she was like, but it's so unfair. And then she got more and more angry, and then she had to, be separated
Uh,
from her bully. And that really annoyed us because he was the one that was picking on her. So she was like annoyed that why should I get punished when it was that kid that did this and that and the other, and I reacted. So yeah, I mean, if I just like when I heard this, I was like, if I was there, I'd tell that kid. And
yeah. I was like that as well. I was like going to Tristan, you know what? I'm going to go out that school. I'm going to face those bullies. He's like, no, 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 mum.
but that's the thing is actually it was quite good. Is of I think 2 or 3 weeks after this incident, this kid kept on, having a go at my daughter. I said to Alice, listen, okay, like bullies, I like dogs. Okay, they'll bark, bark, yeah, but they won't do anything. Okay, they'll just go yap, 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 yap. Just ignore it. He'll shut up soon. And then she just goes like, okay. And then this kid just start doing this and that and the other, and she wouldn't react. And he's, pushing further and further. And she's like, okay, you, and then walked away. And it's like, good lass, well done,
yeah. Yeah.
well bloody done.
Yeah. Oh, bless her.
Yeah, and defending, like defending her friends as well. Like she's very protective kid.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's like, yeah, if she sees something that she doesn't like, she'll just go like, leave him alone, or leave her
Aw.
alone. And yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and we encourage that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Encourage that,
Definitely.
yeah. Let her be feisty. It's fine,
Yeah.
that good feisty.
Yeah. Kids can be so mean these days, though. So you need to be like that, don't you? Because you have to teach them to fight back, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Like,
the thing is that, when when I was a kid, yeah, we didn't have social media, okay? So we would get bullied at school, but you would come home, shut the door, that's it. Now kids nowadays, they suffer bullying 24/7,
yeah.
okay? Online bullying is awful.
Mm.
So for kids nowadays, yeah, like especially your teenagers nowadays that are getting bullied all the time. Um, it's like, right. So the teenagers, it's like they want to have a Facebook account, they want to have Snapchat, they want to have this and that and the other because their friends have it. So if they don't have these things and they're like at school, it's like, oh, you don't have this. So they get picked on for not having social media. But then they'll have the social media and then get um picked on for whatever reason, but then on a bigger scale. So bullying has just gotten worse through the years. And I wonder when my kids, not so much my son, but my daughter, when she gets to to wanting a phone, to having Facebook or whatever maybe the social media at the time. I wonder how that's going to be like when she's at that age. Do you worry about that as well?
Well, both mine have got social media, and funny how you should say that actually, because my son, I think it was yesterday or the day before, think it was a couple of days ago actually. He come downstairs and he said Rev one of the boys that like bullied him at school, messaged him saying hey.
Right.
So I was like, right, okay. And he goes, it's okay, I've blocked him, but I'm worried about when I go back to school. And he's going to say, why did you block me? So I was like, oh, don't worry about it. I probably would have forgotten by then. But he said something about, he's just going to say something happened to his phone or something. I can't remember what he said now. That was just kind of like, I'm thinking, I hope that ain't going to start. I hope they ain't going to be bullying online. But they do both have Facebook. Lilith don't hardly use it anyway. She goes on there now and then. But I think Tristan's only just got like his friends on there and family. So I said to him, don't like, add anyone you don't know or anyone that would bully you. I'm always saying that to them. So they're quite good on there, I believe. But Instagram as well. But yeah, as far as I know, it's all fine.
Yeah.
Apart from like this boy randomly saying hi to him. But yeah, it's normally all fine. And but yeah, it is a worry, especially like when kids have been bullied. You think what's happening online. But yeah, so far, like I say, apart from that the other day, it seems alright. But yeah, it is a worry. Because that's the connection these days, isn't it? Like, we didn't have that when we were younger. It was more case when we were younger. Seeing them in the street was more of a worry. But yeah, it still affects you like mentally though.
Oh God, yeah. I absolutely, it really does. But it's just like, it's just bullies nowadays can be relentless, and I worry about my kids. I worry about my children and how it's going to be like and stuff. But I worry about other kids as well because it's difficult, ain't it?
Yeah,
It's you can't get away from it.
No, you can't these days, can you?
Can't get away from it, and it's like it's
worse these days compared to years ago, I guess.
yeah.
Like everything though, isn't it? Since social media and that, it's just like everyone. You don't have to be young kids. You can be an adult and get abuse and stuff. So
I guess we'll never stop worrying.
No, never.
We will never stop worrying, and that's the job of a parent, just to worry.
Yeah.
And to be there.
Once you've had that baby, that's it. There's no like books to how to handle this life once you've got children. It's just as soon as that baby's in your arms, the worrying starts.
Yep. I think it's started when I found out I was pregnant, to be fair.
Yeah.
As soon as I found out, I was just like, oh my God. And I've been worrying for nearly 9 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't stop worrying.
Me.
So plans for the future. So you're supposed to be getting married this year. That didn't happen.
Well, it was just the hand fasting this
year. Of course, yes.
We had 2 dates for that because we had it in May, same weekend as what we're having the wedding next year. Cause it's
right.
Yeah. So I wanted to have it the same weekend, but obviously it didn't happen. So we thought we'd book it for July, and I thought, it's bound to be all over by then. No.
No.
So that didn't happen either. So we just thought, right, we'll just concentrate on the wedding now, which is next year, luckily. Well, fingers crossed it's all over by then and we can have people and stuff. But I'm just thankful the wedding wasn't this year. But yeah. Both for the people that have had weddings this year booked and stuff and not been able to have it.
Yeah, I know there's been quite a lot of people that had to postpone,
Mm,
but it is for the best. Obviously, you don't want to have a wedding in the middle of a pandemic and get everyone like poorly.
no.